Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Preschool Storytime with Miss Natalie. I'm so happy to see all of your faces today, and I cannot wait to share with you all of the great books and songs that I have today. This week, I decided to do a story time all about books. Now, all of these books are really old, but they're what are called classics, which means even though they're old, they're so well loved by children and adults that they still get read all the time. And these are all books that I used to read when I was a little girl growing up, and I cannot wait to share them with you. Let's get started, friends. This book I'm going to share with you is a book about scary, wild monsters, and about a boy who sails away to the land they live in and becomes their ruler. Do you know what book I'm talking about? This book is all about where the wild things are. I wonder where they are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischiefs of one kind. And another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." And he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. You see the trees? And grew, oh my goodness, and grew until the ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day. And in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. Ooh, look at that sea monster. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and roared their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. Can you show me your terrible claws? And Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. And made him king of the wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." Yeah, that's like a party. Oh yes, that wild rumpus sure was a party. They swung through vines after dancing under the moon. And they had a parade with Max as the leader. "Now stop," said Max, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, being the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then from all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said no. The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. And sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. It's a long time to sail. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. Oh my goodness, would you sail to where the wild things are? I don't know if I would, it's kind of scary. That is a great book, and I hope you enjoyed reading all about the wild things and gnashing your terrible teeth and showing me your terrible claws. All right, friends, now it's time to sing a song. Let's follow along and watch my hands, because for this song, we're going to use our hands the entire time. It's really exciting, and it's a really fun song to sing. Are you ready? Let's count to 3. 1, 2, 3. This is my book, I open wide to show all the pictures that are inside. I read about a ball so big and round, I can throw in the air and push on the ground. I read about umbrellas that keep me dry when the raindrops fall from the sky. I read about a kitty with a loud purr, meow. Oh, I love to stroke her warm, soft fur. Good job. That's a fun song to sing. Let's sing it again together. And maybe this time we'll all do our hand motions together. Are you ready? Let's count to 3 again. 1, 2, 3. This is my book I open wide to show all the pictures that are inside. I read about a ball so big and round to throw in the air and push on the ground. I read about umbrellas that keep me dry when the raindrops fall from the sky. I read about a kitty with a loud purr, meow. Oh, I love to stroke her warm, soft fur. Good job. Isn't it a fun song to sing? Because you read about so many fun things in books. My favorite thing is to read about kitty cats, because I love kitty cats, and they do have the softest fur. And now, let's read another story together. Friends, now I'm going to share a story with you that is my mommy's favorite story because she just thinks it's so silly, and it really is. And this is a story called Caps for Sale. It is about a man who sells caps and some monkeys. Let's see what happens. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like an ordinary peddler carrying his caps on his back. He carried them on top of his head. First he had his own checkered cap, then gray caps, brown caps, blue caps, and at the very top, red caps. He walked up and down the streets holding himself very straight as to not upset his caps. And as he went along, he called, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street and he walked down the street calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." But nobody wanted any caps that morning, not even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," he said. And he walked out of town, slowly, slowly, as to not upset his caps. He walked for a long time until he came to a great tree. "That's a nice place for a rest," thought he. And he sat down very slowly under the tree and leaned back against the tree trunk to not disturb the caps on his head. He went very slow. Then he put his head up to feel the caps that they were straight. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, the brown caps, the blue caps, and then the red caps on the very top. They were all there, and so he went to sleep for a very long time. When he woke up, he was refreshed and rested. Do you see something missing? What's missing from his head? But before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place. And all he felt was his own checked cap. He looked to the right, he looked to the left, he looked behind him, he even looked behind the tree. No caps. Then he looked up into the tree. And what do you think he saw? Monkeys. And on every head of the monkey, there was a gray, brown, blue, or red cap. The peddler looked at the monkeys. The monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. So finally, he spoke to them. "You monkeys are you," he said, shaking a finger at them. "You will give me a back of my caps." But the monkeys only shook his fingers back at them and went tss, tss, tss. This made the peddler angry. So he shook both his hands at them and said, "You monkeys are you, give me a back of my caps." But the monkeys only shook their hands back at him and went tss, tss, tss. Now he felt quite angry. He stamped his foot and he said, "You monkeys are you had better give me a back of my caps." But the monkeys only stamped their feet at him and said, "Tss, tss, tss." By this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. He stamped both his feet and shouted, "You monkeys you must have given me a back of my caps." But the monkeys only stamped their feet back at him and said, "Tss, tss, tss." At last, he became so angry, he pulled his own check cap off his head, threw it on the ground and began to walk away. But then each monkey pulled off his cap, and all the gray caps, brown caps, blue caps, and red caps came flying down out of the tree. So the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First his checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, and then the red caps on the very top. And slowly, slowly, he walked back to town calling, "Caps, caps for Sid, 50 cents a cap." And that's the end. Those monkeys are just so silly, aren't they? Taking the peddler's caps like that. What would you do if a monkey took your hat off your head? I'd probably yell at that monkey too. And friends, now it is time for yoga. And this is a seating yoga pose. So I'm gonna do this in my chair, and you can do it in a chair, on your bed, on the floor, anywhere you want. This is a great pose to use maybe if you wanna read a book, or watch TV, or eat a snack, or anything. So let's start by sitting up nice and tall. Let's take some yoga breaths. Let's breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. One more time. Breathe in and out. Good job. Now to do this pose, you sit on your bottom and you take your feet. Normally we sit crisscross applesauce. But for this pose, we're going to take our feet and take our heels and press them together, just like this. Let's see if I can do this in my shoes. I don't know if I can. We're going to go like this, and you sit. This is called butterfly pose, because if you want, you can flap your legs just like a butterfly. Ooh, and it feels so good to stretch, and you can lean forwards, or lean back, or maybe see if you can take one hand off and the other hand off your feet. And then when you're done, you let one foot go and you let the other foot go, and you are all done. Friends, this story I'm going to share with you is all about going on a hunt. And Bee's family is going on a hunt for one special kind of animal. They're going on a bear hunt. Would you want to go on a bear hunt? I'd be too scared. This is one brave family for a bear hunt. And this book, friends, has lots of fun things we do with our hands, so follow along. We're going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh no, grass. Long, wavy grass. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Let's make the grass sound together. You take your hands, you go swishy, 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 swashy. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh no, a river. A deep, cold river. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Let's make our splashing river sounds together. Splash, 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 sploosh, splash, sploosh. We're going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh no, mud. Thick, oozy mud. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. What do we have to do? We have to go through it. Now we're gonna stomp our feet and make squelching sounds. Squelch, squirch, squelch, squirch, squelch, squirch. We're going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh no, a forest. A big, dark forest. Well, we can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we have to go through it. Ready? We have to close our eyes. Stumble trip, stumble trip, stumble trip. We're going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh no, a snowstorm, a swirling, whirling snowstorm. Well, we can't go over it, and we can't go under it. What are we gonna do? We're gonna go through it. Ready? Now we make the sounds of the wind. Woo, woo, woo. We're going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh no, a cave, a narrow, gloomy cave. Well, we can't go over it, and we can't go under it. You know what we have to do. We have to go through it. What are they gonna find in the cave? Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. Wait, what's that? 1 shiny wet nose, 2 big furry ears, 2 big googly eyes. It's a bear! Oh, that dog looks really scared. Quick, back to the cave. Tiptoe, tiptoe. Back through the snowstorm. Woo, woo. Back through the forest. Stumble trip, stumble trip. Back through the mud. Squelch, 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 squelch. Back to the liver. Splish, splash, boosh, splish, splish, sploosh. And back to the grass. Swishy, swash, swishy, swash. Get to our front door. Open the door. Up the stairs. Oh no, we forgot to shut the door. Back downstairs. Shut the door. Back upstairs. Into bed. Into the bedroom. Into bed. Under the covers. We're not going on a bear hunt again. Well, everyone but the baby sure looks scared. I mean, I'd be scared if I saw a bear too, but I'm not gonna go on a bear hunt. That, friends, is one of my favorite stories to read because it's so much fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. Friends, it is now time for us to say goodbye. I had so much fun going through our stories with you. I had so much fun sharing them with you, and I hope that you enjoyed them as much as I enjoyed sharing them with you. These really are some of my favorite stories. And even though they're older stories, they're still so much fun to share. I hope you have a great day. Let's say goodbye together. Let's sit up nice and tall. We're going to say goodbye. We can say goodbye in English, goodbye, or in Italian, ciao, or in Spanish, adios. So you can pick whatever way you want to say goodbye on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3, ciao. I cannot wait to see you next week for story time, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.